Hi everybody and welcome back to the Family First Sunday. This month we're going to be focusing on Jean-Michel Basquiat's colorful and vibrant drawings. After learning about Basquiat's life and artistic influence, our step-by-step instructions will show you how to make your very own Basquiat-inspired picture. While Basquiat's drawings seem spontaneous and wild, he thought very deeply about every word and stroke before he drew onto the canvas. Jean-Michel Basquiat was born in Brooklyn, New York on December 22, 1960. Basquiat had a Haitian-American father and a Puerto Rican mother. Growing up, he was very familiar with Spanish and Haitian spiritualism. His mixed heritage was a big source of inspiration for his work. The vibrant colors and abstract portraits were inspired by Haitian spiritual artwork and African masks. In much of his art, Basquiat drew crowns. The crown is a particularly important symbol in his portraits. The crown was meant to celebrate Black people as majestic royalty or saints. Today, the crown is seen as a staple of Basquiat's work. So I am actually wearing a t-shirt that was inspired by Basquiat. So as you can see, the crown takes an important part of the shirt. Even has his name on the side, which is pretty cool. And here is an example of someone who would have been a hero in the eyes of Basquiat. This man was a boxer in the early 1900s, and as you can see, he has a halo overhead which symbolizes his importance to Basquiat. And then this very vibrant, very colorful picture is of a jazz musician, Max Roach, which was another one of Basquiat's heroes. Basquiat's creativity, strong sense of self, and unique style earned him the title as the father of the neo-expressionist movement in American art history. His brief but vibrant career fostered and inspired an entire generation of artists. Now that you know a little bit about Basquiat, the artist, now we're going to get into our project.
Here are some supplies you'll need for the Basquiat-Inspired project. Black tempera paint, some crayons, a paintbrush, a sharp or pointed object you can use to scratch in your designs. I use the blunt edge of a pencil, but you can also use a toothpick. Alright, so you're going to pour some tempera paint into a disposable cup and set to the side. Then with a black crayon, start sketching your hero, activist, historical figure, or celebrity. Feel free to add any props or symbols that represent your hero's significance in the world. For Florence Kennedy, I added a platform and a microphone to represent her voice and her words and how they impacted the world. And following that Basquiat style, we're going to be using bright colors and we're going to be adding lots of layers. So I'm going over and looking for these shadows. I want to create depth in her skin tone, like she's giving a speech in the beautiful sunset, and that her skin is just glowing in that sunlight. I'm adding sort of a red or a berry to her lips because she liked to wear bold lipsticks. But if your hero does not wear makeup, you can always just use brown to create a nude lip. So I'm taking a brown crayon to fill in any gaps and to help blend the colors together. Another good tip is to use a white crayon. It's very good at blending. So I am finishing up with Florence by coloring in her hat, and I'm moving on to the background. The background should be bright, fantastical, and layered with lots of color, because we're going to go over this with some black paint, and the more color you have, the less the paint is going to bond with the paper. That way it'll make it easier when you are scratching in your positive words and beautiful descriptions. And in Basquiat fashion, I am adding a 4-pointed crown over Florence Kennedy to signify her importance. And here I'm just going back over my background and just layering and mixing the colors to create a beautiful gradient effect. And now you are going to add your black paint. You're going to paint around your figure, and you're going to make sure that you add a thin layer, but enough to where you have full coverage. Once your paint has dried, you're going to take a scratching tool and scratch in positive words or descriptions about your hero. You're going to want to take some time to think about what you want to say and how you want to talk about your hero's contributions to the world. For me, I really admire Florence Kennedy's fearlessness, her intelligence, her work as an activist, a scholar, a lawyer. I also penned in her name and little phrases that confirm how much I admire her. And right here, I'm just adding the finishing touches. Okay, so this is the final result. I love the colors. I love the way the words pop out. And it's very much reminiscent of Basquiat, which I love. And I'm very curious to see what you guys come up with. All right, until next time.